is here. The time is here. I'm not even sure if this, oh, it says I'm live. So looks like this is working, but I'm really not sure. And I haven't, okay, yes. Okay, this looks like it's working. I can't tell if there's anybody, but yeah, so we're going to get to the important things first. Thank you, everybody, for all the support this month of May giveaways. But yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's on yet, so I'm talking to myself. But you know what? Having a YouTube channel is kind of like just talking to yourself all the time. Oh, somebody's on. Hi. I can't tell who it is though. Having a like talking to yourself all the time because I actually film all my videos. I don't have. Well, once in a while I have some help. Most of the time I just film by myself. So, hi Hilda! Thank God you came on. I was starting to feel like, you know, that girl who had a birthday party and nobody came was never me, but it was almost me. You saved the day, girlfriend. Hi. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, first things first. We have to get the party started. I got all dressed up in my feather boa. But what I was saying is having a YouTube channel is literally like talking to yourself and looking at yourself, like looking at yourself and talking to yourself all the time. Because I film all of my videos, most 99% of the videos I film by myself. So it is kind of like talking to yourself all the time. And like sometimes like, I don't know, like Bettina will come home and she'll be like, who the hell are you talking to? Hey girl, hey. And I'm like, yeah, to myself. So yeah, that's the way it goes. Who else is on here? I see, ooh, more people are coming on. Hi everybody, welcome to the re-release party, which I want to thank everybody so much for participating in my little self-promotion. Yeah, my idea was, you know, to try to see if I can get you guys to help me out with getting this thing going again. It was, hey girl, how are you? Still coaching basketball? Um, See, I lose my train of thought so easily. The idea was to kind of, you know, get kind of everyone to repost and see what happened. And so far today, that video that everyone's been reposting has 600 hits. It's not like the original that had 15.5 million. I mean, that was craziness, which I was kind of secretly hoping for, but it didn't really happen. But and hi from California, hi from Switzerland. I was kind of hoping it would like blow up again, but I think that's a little bit. Oh shit! Cancel. I was hoping that it would blow up again, but it's not really realistic. But somebody mentioned when they shared the video that it was during the pandemic, like the big when people were really like deathly afraid that we were all gonna die. I mean, we're not happy about the situation, but it was during that time when everyone was like on lockdown and at home, and they just needed something kind of light, and that was kind of like I think part of what made it so successful was that part of the thing that everyone was. Um, so that was kind of the thing, and like now everyone's kind of back to work, and so everyone's like, "Screw you, lady, with your stupid video." Anyway, it was fun. It's been really fun this year. Now let me see if I can do this. I'm usually so good at this that I can open up, you know, like when Sunday morning. Oh shit, this is so itchy. When it's Sunday morning and you want to have a what's it called, a mimosa, but you don't want your spouse to know that it's your morning drinking. I'm pretty good at opening these up without making noise. But see, I don't want to brag because now it's going to make a loud noise, and then you're going to be like, no, you can't do it. Here's my trick. Twist it, then tilt it. Whoop! All right, that was not my best work. Normally I can do it without making a noise. But here's to you guys. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in and for all the support over this last year. This whole thing has been so flippin' crazy. Whoops. To where, I mean, I've had some crazy situations. Hi from my, hi Tanya, hi my sister. The video came at a grim time. Yeah, that's true. Stop coaching. Oh, softball's fun. I had to stop because of my knees, but I've been playing softball too. You guys have to remind me of my trains of thought because I'm losing it. Hey Cynthia. Some of you guys on here already won some of the gifts for the May giveaways, so that's cool. Yeah, thank you for participating in that too. That was something I didn't know. Like, did everyone like that? It seemed like I got a lot more subscribers because I think people were trying to see what I was going to post and stuff, and it seemed like it got a little bit of interest up. And I thought, you know, it would be a good way of giving back for everyone. Like, it was like really loyal viewers. I see your names pop up a lot that wanted the prizes. I mean, my random drawings, but the random drawings were really, really loyal fans or friends. I like to say friends because you guys are more like friends than fans. That really watch and comment and share on my stuff. So I wanted to make sure I had a chance to give back to you guys because it's been a crazy ride, this whole thing. Um, and it's been kind of interesting to because I don't know, I never had this dream of being like a YouTube. Oh god, this thing is so itchy. Like this dream of being like a YouTuber that wasn't like on my radar ever. Like I'm like the most unsavvy computer person in the world. Um, so when this whole like thing went viral before, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't sleep at night. I was getting like thousands of messages a day, not like one or two, no, a day. Forget a day. It was like 1,000 friend requests a day. It was like messages and like I literally couldn't sleep at night from trying to keep up with everything. And then somebody said you have to start your own YouTube video or YouTube channel because you know, no offense to the lady who posted it, if she never posted it, then it never would have happened. But since she did post it, you know, I got a little recognition. And then someone's like, you have to open up your own YouTube channel. And I'm like, open up my YouTube. I don't know how the hell, I don't even, I have no idea how to open a YouTube channel. So I was like crying, and my wife did the whole thing for me. So, which is good because she's good at computer stuff. So that was kind of nice. Somebody texted me, but I'm not gonna look at that. So cheers. It looks like we're all ladies, so I can say cheers, ladies. Thank you so much for your support. Happy 1 year anniversary of my stupid little channel, but I love it. Yeah, see, I got my train of thought back in my last sentence, and now I forgot it already. So the May giveaways, thank you all for participating. That was really cool. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? Everyone hanging in there? I did actually get some questions sent to me. My hair's sticking out. Some questions sent to me of things that people had asked me. People had asked me about with this COVID spit test. I have to take this stupid thing off. This COVID spit test. They asked me what this thing was. I did that one video about the saliva test. So this is a thing in Basel-Land, which is the county that I live in here in Switzerland. It's just outside of Basel City. They're like half counties. It doesn't really make sense, but I live in Basel, but it's like outside of the city. So it's a thing from the county where the kids come to school. First thing when they get up, before they brush their teeth, before they eat breakfast, they have to spit in this test tube thing. Close it, bring it to school. Then we put it in a bag with just our class and me, the teacher, and then they send it off. And I guess this is the part that makes me throw up. So I hope I don't throw up. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. This is the part that makes me throw up. Is I think they pool, which is a nice way of saying it, but they basically pour the spit all together and they do one big serious test on it. And I'm just gonna check that in case somebody's telling me that like I have a booger or something. Okay, see, I lost my flipping train of thought again. Okay, I'm turning my phone off. What was my train of thought? What was I just? Oh, the spit test. So then they put all the spit together and then they do like a really good, like a serious test on it, which is supposed to be very, very accurate. So each class or each group has their own COVID test. And then by 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they inform us if there's anyone positive in the whole pool. Then all of those people from that pool have to go get the serious test. We have to shut down that class or shut down that group. And then, so it's supposed to be kind of a way of not vaccinating the kids, but making sure that we cut it off, you know, if anything happens, that we cut it off right away. So we do that every week at my school. We do that every Wednesday. We do these saliva tests. So that's actually it's been kind of cool because, you know, then on that day that you spit, it really literally makes me vomit. Literally makes me dry heave. So I have like my 6th grader. I'm like, you just have to do it. I go stand outside. I don't even look. I'm like, just do it and take it to the office. I don't want to look at it. But it's kind of cool because the day that you test, you're like, I know that I'm negative. So that's kind of cool. So I think I have cataracts right now from this light. I tried to make a little bit better light in here and it's literally blinding me. That would kind of defeat the purpose of having a light in here, but I feel like I should put my sunglasses on. So Jen and Cynthia, you're both from Massachusetts. How cool is that? Very cool. Very cool. So that was a spit test question. Another question I got was asking me about my basketball team. So my basketball team, I actually coached them for 3 years. They're the Whales, is the name of the team. And And I coached them for 3 years. So glad we did not have to do that. Yeah, it's gross because just the little kids are all sweaty and dirty hands and dirt under the fingernails, and they're like, "Here's my spat." It's disgusting. Not that my kids are dirty. I don't even know why I said that. They're very well taken care of children. Anyway, my basketball team. So I coached them for 3 years, but then I was going through some kind of health stuff, and I had to get my first knee replacement and everything. So I had to give them up, which broke my heart because I love this team so much. And then they had another coach the 1 year that I took off, and then this season they hired one of my very good friends. So he asked me to come back on board. So I'm back with my favorite team ever, and we're still in first place in the country, which for a team that likes to drink a couple of beers, my team after games are outside like, so that's why we probably get along really well. Um, we have to wear masks. Do you do? Yes, we have to wear masks. I have one right here. We have to wear. All teachers have to wear them all the time, even outside in the playground. And kids, the primary kids, from 12 years up, 12 years old and up, have to wear them. But we just said the whole primary has to wear them. So like my whole class wears masks. But they, I mean, they're kids, so like they wear a mask like this, and then like if you're not looking, then it's like this, and then it's like this. And you know, when you're teaching or you're doing something, you know, you're a teacher. Like you can't really keep up with them all the time, but I try to do my best. Um, but it's weird, like this mask culture. Like I find myself, so you have to wear a mask, but then when you at the cafeteria eating lunch and another teacher's walking by and you're like eating, then you like go like this, and then you have like spaghetti sauce and all of my masks usually have lipstick on the inside, so wear lipstick to work. And I'm like, why am I wearing lipstick when I have to wear a mask? But it's like this culture of always going with this. So we don't have to wear them when we're eating, but we do have to wear them on the playground and stuff like that. But on top of it, or yeah, or one kid, like I don't know what he did, put this part around his neck and put this part around his head, and he was wearing it like that. I don't know. It was kind of funny though. Yeah. My kids are so funny because now they're getting older and they understand like things that they shouldn't really know about or shouldn't really talk about or whatever. And so the other day I was like telling my kids, you know how lucky you are that you know we had an inspection, and they commented on how it was nice that we had so many iPads and computers and stuff for our kids. We're a private school, so we kind of try to hook the kids up, and how we have such nice things, and how if other kids would see how nice you guys have, and you have nice iPads, and you have nice desks, and you have a restaurant that you eat lunch in, and they come to the playground and they're like, look at those nice balls, meaning the playground balls, because we about our playground. And then my oldest kid in my class was like, oh, nice balls, which I shouldn't have laughed at, but so flipping funny. I had to laugh, and I'm like, don't say that. And then of course I laughed, and he had to say it again. And he's also the kid the other day when I said we're gonna have a test next week, and he was like, testicles. I'm like, do you even know what that means? And he was like, no. And I was like, come to my desk. I'm like, that's what it means. You don't say that at school. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's funny. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, so my team, it's so weird to be playing basketball end of May. We're going to be playing till the end of June, which is weird because, basketball's usually finished in, well, here, it doesn't really finish in March. It's usually April or May. But to be playing really into summertime, and since we're in first place now, we only have 3 games left. It's pretty sure we're going to get in the, I mean, I think it's impossible for us not to get in the playoffs. But we're hoping for a really high seed at the Final Four, because then we start. Then it gets all mafia here because they have teams in the French part, and Switzerland split into German, French, and Italian, and there's actually another weird mountain language in the middle of the country. And so even though the country is like this big, like if you go a couple hours from here, like you always have to play at 7. The referees will be giving 3 kisses to every player on the court, and then having a drink with them after the game. It's so mafia. So the higher we can get in the thing when we have to go against teams from the French part is going to be the best, because it's impossible to play on the road. Yeah. So that's my basketball. So let me see what else questions I had asked in my inbox. Someone asked me about my school. So the school I work at, I actually teach at my school, but I own the school. Like I founded the school in 2007, and the idea was to have bilingual education, which is not something foreign here. A lot of schools are bilingual, but to have English and German. We add French in the 3rd grade, but to have a lot of focus on music and the arts and sport and music and things like this. That we wanted to make sure. A lot of schools, you get a lot of the pressure to this testing and this and whatever to have the language and the math, which of course we also prioritize. Academics are very good at our school, but we wanted to have something that really, for those kids that maybe fall through the cracks, but they're a fantastic musician, or the kids that fall through the cracks, but they're super athletes. We want to have a place, that everyone can call home, not just the smart kids, but well, of course they're all smart and talented in their own way. Yeah, so that's my school. So I don't just work, because people were like, "Are you afraid you're gonna get fired because you say such stupid stuff in your videos?" And I'm like, well, not unless I fire myself, which wouldn't be a bad idea, because sometimes I need a break. Anyway, so another question that I got asked was about my knees. Now, this is actually an interesting topic. I have had both of my knees replaced in the last year, which is kind of weird. But then I was having all kinds of, like, they replaced my knees because I had a back problem, and they thought that my back problem was caused because I had such bad knees from basketball. So I had both of my knees replaced, but then I started getting all these weird. Do you remember right before my birthday, I posted a video and my elbow? It probably still is really red. I don't know if you can see this elbow here, this one. It's still, this is now, my birthday's in February, and it's still not all the way healed. I got this crazy inflammation in my elbow, like this really bad bursitis. I had really bad inflammation in my one knee, which was terrible. So I went to my doctor and I'm like, "Don't you want to test me for inflammatory disease? Like maybe I have arthritis or something." So I did get tested, and it turns out I have some type of autoimmune disease, which is fantastic. It sucks ass, really, but I mean, in a way, it's good that they figured out that there's something deeper than just old basketball injuries. Unfortunately, they figured it out after I had both of my knees replaced, which probably at least one of them was not really necessary. But it's like in my back and my shoulders and my knees. And now it's in one of my hands and now it's starting my ankle. So I hope that they figure that stuff out and get me some treatment, because until now it's kind of been treating the symptoms, like just taking pain pills and stuff like that, which I don't take because it doesn't really work. It doesn't make sense to me, so I don't take them. But hopefully in the next couple of months we'll get some better treatment ideas for what's going on with me, so that my life isn't completely miserable. Last time I did the live, like you guys probably remember, some of you, when I actually, yeah, you would remember because you commented, I remember. My wife was here, so I was kind of talking to myself, but I had someone else in the room. Now she's in bed because it's 11 o'clock here, so I'm literally like all by myself here talking. You guys, if you have any questions or you want anything to talk about, let me know. Immune disease. Oh, you have lupus. Okay, I did test. That was one of the things that was positive. It was like MS, lupus, Crohn's disease, Lyme's disease, and rheumatoid arthritis. So I tested positive for all of those. But as they explained to me, I don't have all of those. Like I think I have rheumatoid arthritis is what I think I have, because that's mostly my symptoms. But they're also, I tested kind of high for Crohn's, so I've got to get the camera next week and next week. So that's going to be really fun. I can't wait for that, to see what's going on there. But to be honest, it's like, it stinks, but I just want to get some kind of treatment. Then I feel like a faker, because some days, how is it for you, Cynthia? Like for me, sometimes I feel like I'm a faker because I'm like, oh look, I can kind of walk today. Right? I was at basketball practice last night, and well, I don't think any of my players are on here, but my players will tell you, like, I don't sit on the floor during basketball practice. Like, I'm pretty, like, up and enthusiastic and stuff. Like, I get my minutes, my exercise minutes just from coaching, because I'm really into it. And then this morning I couldn't get out of bed. Like, I couldn't get from my bed to the bathroom. It was so much pain. And then, like, of course, I told you I have like pain pills, but I hate taking them because then you get like, ugh, and I don't know. I don't understand how anyone could be a drug addict. No offense to anyone that's a drug addict. Maybe drug addicts. Hey, Katie B, what's up, girl? I was just talking about the basketball team. I said, I don't think that my team is on here, and here you are. One of my players, Kati, I call her Katie B. Cheers, girl. So we just had this cool thing with my team last weekend where we had to play in the Italian part, and I actually made a video, but I didn't post it because we lost by 4 points in the last few minutes. Like, it was 18 seconds. It was a 4-point game, but we were down by 17. Then we came back, and then at halftime we were down by 9. Then we came back, we went up by as many as 5, and then it was like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And of course, in the Italian part, we didn't get any help from the refs. I was so drunk. Thank you for telling everybody. Everybody, you were sober as a church mouse. Everybody got rude. So after the game, we could actually eat inside of a restaurant because we were staying at the hotel. So here you can't eat inside of a restaurant, but you can eat if you're staying at a hotel because if people are traveling, they have to be able to eat somewhere. So we were able to eat inside. So it was like during the game, you literally have to coach with the mask on. At practice, you have to coach with the mask on. It's so weird because you can't whistle like with the mask on. Anyway, so we got to eat at this restaurant. The food was actually not bad. And then we partied so much that they shut down the whole restaurant. They shut down they shut everything down. The people went home. They gave us an extra room to party in, brought us like buckets of ice, and they were just like, bye, we're going home. Showed us where the lights were, and I went to bed at I think like 5:30 in the morning. I stayed up later than you, Kati, and you're like 30 years younger than I am. I was up till like, oh wait, maybe you were up after me. I can't remember. I was drunk. I went to bed at 5:30, but from my room, because my room was kind of just above this room where everyone was partying, I could still hear them. And then I was like in my pajamas, like I took my bra off, I washed my face, put my pajamas on, and I'm like, should I get back up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go downstairs and keep drinking? Like that would make perfect sense. So I didn't get back up. And then the next day I had to drive. It was 4.5 hours drive back. And there's this big tunnel here called the Gotthard Tunnel. We have to drive through a mountain. It's a really, really long tunnel. So they always stop traffic in front. So if there's an accident, the whole thing isn't clogged up. So I got stuck there for like an hour and a half in my car. And I fell asleep in my car on the highway going to this stupid flippin' tunnel. So I fell asleep in my car, and then I hear like beep, 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 and I'm like, what the hell's everyone beeping at? They were beeping at me because I fell asleep in my car. Anyway, we look fine, but inside we were wrecked doing steroids and chemo. Okay, girl, I feel your pain. That's how I feel. I feel like, I mean, I just don't even really I think I just told my team last weekend. Like, I just feel like a big faker because I don't want to be like, I literally, every step I take hurts. Like, everything hurts. But then some days I'm like completely normal, and then you're 29. You're 20 years younger than I am. Are you 29? I thought you were in your 30s already. I'm still old enough to be a mama. The other guy I coach with, his wife was there, and we were talking about her mom. She's was on the national team in football in the country where she's from. I'm like, and she's like, yeah, my mom's 46. I'm like, I'm older than your mother. God bless you. Which is interesting. I looked at the stats today. My biggest fan group is between 45 and 54. So like my age group, like that's the biggest. Second biggest is 55 to 64. And then it's kind of a tie between 35 to 44 and 65 plus. And then the other age groups I have a little bit too, but it's mostly old. Did you? Oh shit! Remind me later. Did you had a bra? I didn't. I had a bra on when we were in the restaurant, but then I went upstairs and took my bra off because I was going to sleep. Do you sleep with a bra on? I don't sleep with a bra on. I don't sleep with anything on. If anyone wanted that information, probably not. But I just don't. I totally understand. To be your mom, you can't be my mama unless you were. Oh, I guess biologically it would probably be possible, but you would have to be a young mom. Cheers to that. Spread over early. Just kidding. Cheers. We're your biggest fan. See, I love this team. They're so sweet. This is my favorite team I ever coached or played. Well, I can't say played on because I had some good teams I played on, but this team is so cool. They're funny. They party hard. They play hard. They're a good group to be around. No, please, I didn't. Cheers. Oh, something somebody else wrote to me. Not exactly on this thing when I said for questions, but asked me who does the coloring on my hair. Because this is really the in style now for the girls that you guys know your people, you see people like this gray hair. This is my actual color because I got sick of coloring my hair last lockdown because I had my knee surgery. I couldn't even leave my house. I couldn't even walk. And so my wife took the clippers. That video is on there somewhere. And so this is actually my natural color. So this white, I earned every single one of them. Yeah. Yeah, so what other questions I have that people ask me? Well, let me see, something interesting. Why did I come to Switzerland? I was a professional basketball player. So it was like 9/11. Everyone knows what happened on that day, right? And I was coaching in Washington, D.C., and they started flying planes and stuff, and we got evacuated. And I lived across from the National Cathedral, and that was getting evacuated. It was just pandemonium. It was crazy town. So I ran to my apartment, ran inside, got my cat. I literally stuffed my cat in a duffel bag, zipped the duffel bag, no clothes, no toothbrush, nothing. Got in my car and I drove to New Jersey, which they said avoid bridges, avoid tunnels, whatever. I'm like, screw this, I'm dying. I'm dying on my way home. So I drove to New Jersey to be with my family, and then I decided I had like a midlife crisis, even though I was still in my 20s. And I thought, well, I can still play somewhere. So called, made a couple phone calls, got a job offer in Switzerland to be player coach because the player coach that was here already when 9/11 happened, she got on the plane and went home. So they didn't have a player coach. So I came out of retirement. I had played in America, obviously, and then I played in Belgium. That was my first pro job. And then I played in Switzerland, which was another question. What countries have I lived in? So I've lived in, obviously, the USA. And then in USA, I lived in New Jersey, Virginia, Michigan, and DC. And then I moved to Belgium, and I live now in Switzerland. And we had a farm in France for a while, but we didn't really live there. But we had a property in France. But when we bought this house, we sold that one. Do I go on tour with my wife? Sometimes, if I can. Depends on how long the tour is, because sometimes she's on the road for like 2 months, and I can't take 2 months off of work or basketball or whatever. So I do sometimes, or I'll just like surprise her on the road, or I'll go for a long weekend or something if it's close to Switzerland. But when she goes on a tour, she could be anywhere from England to Italy to somewhere in the east to Hungary to wherever. She could be anywhere, or Poland, or so. I like to go and meet up with her on the road, but I can't always go all the time. But when she did U.S. tours, I'm 99% of the time with her on the U.S. tours because I do her booking for, I do her booking and management sometimes, not all of it, but some of it. So if I do her booking and it's in the States, I usually go with her because I try to book her shows in the States that are near where I know people because that helps to get more people to the shows if I get people to help me. So I do go with her sometimes. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so she actually has a concert next week, which is weird, or an event or something. I don't know. She was telling me today, but I was like, I heard wow, wow, wow. It's like Charlie Brown's mom. Wah, 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 wah. Come to Vegas. We, my second marriage was in Vegas, but I had married the same person twice, once here and once there. And we got married in some little chapel by Elvis, and I thought it was the fantasticest, that's not a word, best thing ever. Like, we were actually talking because when this whole thing went crazy, like when the viral video was getting like millions of hits a day, and it was like 10, 15 million, blah, blah, blah. People were like, oh, you're going to be on the Ellen show, and you're going to be this, and that. And I'm not SHIT. I was not, nothing ever really happened to it. But a lot of people from comedy clubs and stuff were contacting me to see if I would come and do like stand up and stuff, which is like my life dream. And I actually did win a stand up comedy show one time in Virginia. So I would love to go and like, or I was even thinking like house tours or something like that to go around and do like sort of a comedy thing that would literally be my life's dream. So Bettina and I were thinking like if we did something kind of combo, like I would start and do like a little bit of stand up like as the warm up, and then she would play music. Like that would be kind of cool because then I could do something more than just sell CDs and try to fight the lesbians off of my wife because she's so hot. I don't have any idea why she married me, but I mean maybe she's not too bright. I don't know, or maybe she has bad eyes. Who knows? Mm. But yeah, we were thinking about doing some kind of a tour like that. But I mean, we can't do Jack now. Her CD that she has out right now is one of the best, if not the best CD. It's on national radio. It's getting tons of radio play. It's great, but it was actually not. It was released because obviously, if it wasn't released, it wouldn't be on the radio. But like the release party, like the big concert, like where everyone comes and you sell CDs and blah, it never happened. Like who listens to CDs anymore? But actually, a lot of people do. Didn't happen because of COVID. Like everything got canceled. So that's still up in the air when that's gonna get to happen. But that'll be cool. And she's supposed to go on tour in the fall with a guy named Carl Verheyen. I don't know if you know him. He's the guitar player from Supertramp. Um, Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. So that should be cool. So she tours with a lot of cool people. She's opened for Eric Clapton. I met Eric Clapton one time. She toured a lot with Chumbawamba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. But yeah, she toured with them. She's toured with a lot of cool people. So it's cool for me. I get to meet interesting people from all over the place. So that's kind of cool. What are the questions? Somebody asked me about the TED Talk, how I got picked to do a TED Talk. Actually, a friend of mine who's a sports teacher knew the people organizing the TED Talks, and she was like, "You've got to get my friend Ina on there." And they were like, "What's your topic?" And I'm like, "I flipping have no idea. I didn't even know what a TED Talk was." And they were like, "Well, you have to kind of know what you're talking about. You can't just have a TED Talk just because you're cool." Um, so my topic was the importance of failure in order to succeed, because you actually, to find out like the highest success you can have, you have to go until you fail. Like you have to push yourself through failures, learn from the failures, whatever. So that was my topic. And it was really kind of emotional for me to talk about my failures because I don't really like to talk about that shit. But yeah, so it was pretty cool. I mean, of course, when my channel, when my that video blew up, my YouTube, my TED Talk got a lot more attention than it had in all the years prior. So that was kind of nice. Yeah. Let me see. Anyone have any other questions for me, or any topics you'd like to talk about? It's hard because I can't see your faces, so I don't know what's going on here. What other questions did I get? Somebody asked how long I was with Bettina. How long I've been with Bettina? Our first date, our anniversary was actually yesterday, but I didn't post anything about it because I'm right in the middle of these promotions and all this stuff. So I'll post something later. Um, but our first date was a year ago. Yes, a year ago, 16 years ago yesterday. And then we got married 2 years after that. So we got married in 2007. First date was 2005. Right after that, in 2005, they passed same-sex partnerships here. So she asked me to marry her. Like we were together for like 3 weeks, and she asked me to marry her, which was kind of cool. But then we couldn't actually do it until 2007. That was the thing. They passed it, but then you still couldn't do it for a while. Um, and now full marriages are legal here, but a bunch of assholes from conservative Switzerland are trying to pass a thing that they're going to annul all the marriages and you can't be married. How can you not be make someone not married anymore? I don't know. But to us, honestly, I don't think it would really change anything. Um, I don't know. If someone says you're not married, I'll be like, whatever, screw you, I'll give them the finger. Um, so yeah, we've been together 16 years, and when we got together, she already had little baby Jeffrey. So Jeffrey was a little guy then. He was when he died, he was 18 years old. God bless him. So he was like I think 2 years old when we got together. So it was like we were like a little family. We grew old together. It was cute. And I miss him every day. I'm sorry I post so much stuff about my stupid dog, but to me he's not stupid. He's like my babe. Like we did everything together. Like I took him to work with me. Like if we went somewhere in the car, he was with us. He was with us all the time. And like we shouldn't do this, but he slept in the bed. Like he couldn't sleep unless he was in the bed, and we couldn't sleep if he was not in the bed. And he would sleep like right on my face most. He would sleep on my face. So it's just been hard. It's been really hard without him. And we don't have any kids. And not that having kids would make it any easier, but like he was like our kid. And I'm sorry if people are going to be like, hey, you can't compare an animal to a kid. Well, that's all I had, so that's all I know. Um, but yeah, we're struggling with him. We're struggling with missing him a lot. Um, Somebody else. Oh, here's a question. Jeffrey was the sweetest thing. And he had such a cool, I don't know if anyone's had a Jack Russell. I've had two Jack Russells. He just had such a cool personality. And it was like he was always thinking and trying to figure stuff out. And like, I know I posted some videos. Like he would like figure out maybe he could read. Maybe that's what it was. He would figure out which presents for his under the Christmas tree, and he would only mess with his presents. Of course, he probably smelled the rubber from the toys or the dog food or whatever he had under there. But he always figured out which were, and he would open, and he would also, when I had stuff for the Easter baskets, I would put in my dressing room, and he would break into my dressing room, go take the bags, drag them out, and go through the bags to see what he was getting for Easter. He was such a little brat. But he was just, I don't know, he was just a cool personality, and he used to sing, like, oh my God, he was so damn cute. But I guess he's at peace now. Toward the end, couldn't admit it at the time because we didn't want to see it, but he had lost all of his hair. He couldn't see. He couldn't hear. Like, he would go in that glass room I have in the back of my house, like, he would just fall out the window. Like, it's terrible, but, like, I'd find him, like, laying in the roses, like, what the hell's going on? We had to build a ramp that he could go down the steps, and we just never wanted to accept the fact that he was old. But, yeah, he was. Hi, Amy from Fort Worth. Thanks for watching. We just didn't really want to accept the fact that he was old, and so that was kind of hard. But I think, I mean, he's at a better place. I hope. I don't really believe in all that stuff, but anyway, we miss him. Yeah. So someone also asked me about the restaurant. I don't know where all these people had all these questions. I don't know if maybe it was just all you guys. Asking about the restaurant. The restaurant. I have to head to Zoom. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. I have a present for you from the thing, so I'll get that out. I don't know when I'm gonna have time. It's kind of busy at school with all this COVID crap. So I'll try to get that out. Hi, Janice from Maine. Hello. Do you know what, Janice? I met what's his face? I did a video about it, I think. Stephen King. I met Stephen King a couple times at the University of Maine at a basketball tournament. Go Black Bears. Cheers. Yeah. So, in case anyone's interested, I kind of was going through my channel just to see kind of everything that happened in a year. And, I keep talking about that viral video. It's now up to 15.6 million, that one. But on my channel, all of my videos have had 335,000 views in 1 year. So that's roughly 1,000 a day. But you can't really look at it that way because that one video has 190 something thousand. 2,319 subscribers. I actually had a really big month. I had 19 new subscribers this month, which was cool. I am monetized, but don't let that shit fool you girls because yeah, I do technically make money from YouTube, but I haven't made any yet because you have to get to a certain threshold. They don't just send you like 50 cents every week or something, like, because that's kind of how much I make. I don't make a lot, but my hope is, excuse me, that was rude. My hope is that if I can stay monetized, that means you have to stay at a threshold of 4,000 viewing hours in the last 365 days. So right now I'm at 6,000. My goal is to be at 6,400. I didn't make it. I'm at 6,343 today. But hopefully, with everything that went on today, I hope that'll pop up a little bit more. But in the month of May, the first month that I had my YouTube channel, obviously with the popularity of that one video, I was in the first month, I think I had like 2,000 hours in the first month. So I have to make that up. So at the end of May, or at the end of the first month, so May 20th to June 20th, I'm going to lose those 2,000 something hours from my 4,000 threshold, if that makes any sense. So that's why I was really cognizant of making sure I got to this number so that I could take that cushion and not get kicked out of the monetization thing in case I have something that goes big. Again, who knows? I thought this was going to go big and it really didn't, so whatever. But I want to stay monetized. So if some fluke thing happens again and I do have another big video that I can get some kind of benefit out of all this work that I've been doing. But yeah, I don't really make that much money. I haven't gotten a single paycheck. I got monetized December 1st, and I haven't gotten one single cent. I mean, I can see how much they would theoretically owe me, but I haven't gotten any. So that's that. Let's see anything else interesting on here. Oh, like randomly in March, I had like 1,000 views on that. I don't know what. See, I can't tell. Like I can tell if somebody shares it and doesn't have it public. Like I don't get informed. Like I don't get informed of some stuff. Like if it's shared from my page, like my thing, I can tell who shares it because I get a notification. But like if it goes through some other sort of thing, which I don't know what it is, and like one random day in March, I had like 1,000 views on that video, and I was like, well, that's not bad because most of my videos don't get 1,000 views in one day. Yeah. So that's basically it. So 1 year of all of this stuff. I wanted to have 120 videos today because then that would be an average of 10 a month, and I thought that would be a cool number. But I'm actually over that. I'm like 123 videos in a year. Which, if you would have told me this shiz a year ago that I would have 100 and something videos, I would have been, I don't know, 100 and something things. Like, what the hell am I going to talk about for 100 and something videos? But here we are. So I'm hoping, actually, here's something I can get some feedback on. What I was thinking for the next year, which would make my life a little bit easier, is like I can just every day, like that I have like videos from the year before, like the day that I post them, I can follow that on my Facebook and then like repost those. So that'll be like, that'll have more stuff coming up. And then I can really concentrate on doing more quality stuff, like really funny things and stuff like that. And I don't know what you guys think. Would you get bored if or that's another, like, would you be like bored if like I'm posting old stuff and you guys are like, I already saw that. Like my concern is, hi Lynn. This is Lynn. I think Lynn from my high school. We went to high school together. Right, Lynn? I'm gonna have the right Lynn, right? Yeah, people have all the married names. I get confused sometimes, and I can't see the pictures with all my glasses on. Like, would that get people bored? Like, if I posted old stuff and then you'd be like, we already saw this crap. And then I'm worried if I do that, then people lose interest because they'll be like, I already saw that. Like, get some new stuff, you lazy cow. But then I thought also, like, maybe there are some stuff that people didn't see. And then you can see the name of the video and the date probably. And then you can say, oh, I don't want to watch it. But then maybe some people that are like joining late in the game and haven't watched all my stuff, maybe they would like to see some of the old stuff. I don't know. Because there's some flippin' funny stuff on there. So I was thinking about doing that. But then also I have some really cool. This is a suggestion I have for everybody. I got this little notebook. My wife actually gave it to me, and it's from a friend of ours that owns a printing company. I just keep this next to my chair, where I sit in the living room. I have a chair. I always sit in the same chair. And then when I have an idea, I just jot it down in here. So I have like recipes, menus, ideas for videos, like when I see funny jokes on the internet or whatever, and I think, oh, I can do a video like with that or whatever. I just write it all down. But then it's like I don't, because I can't remember anything. Maybe I have Alzheimer's. Hi Lynn. I jot everything down. So I have a lot of cool ideas to do some new stuff. It's just, it's funny because in the beginning, everything was shut down. In the beginning of the channel, everything was shut down because of the lockdown. And I just had my knee replaced. So my left knee was the first one. I had my left knee replaced, so I wasn't working. So I could really concentrate on setting up videos and like thinking things out and like spacing them out and everything. And then school opened back up. Then I got my other knee done, so I also had some time like off of work. And basketball was not happening because basketball season got shut down. So I didn't have basketball. I didn't really have work, so I could put a lot of time in. But now I'm working. I should only be working 50%, but I'm trying to do my I don't work full time because I can't. Some days I can't move. That's how bad my pain is. But with working and trying to keep that together and keep this YouTube channel up and have basketball practices and games on the weekends, it's kind of been hard to get new stuff up. Like all the giveaway things. In case you couldn't tell, I filmed them all one day. So it's kind of hard to find time to do it. But I do have a lot of cool ideas, so I hope to get some new funny stuff up soon. And then also in the summer, I'll be able to do a lot because hopefully have summer break. But this COVID crap keeps popping up. I won't have jack. Anyway, okay, so I told myself I was going to keep this to half an hour, and it's already 42 minutes. If anyone has anything else that you want to chat about, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap it up because I don't want to be that lady that's sitting here literally talking to myself. Thank you. The main reason I wanted to do this again was to thank him. Oh, that's weird on my face. Thank everybody for your support, and thank everybody for watching my videos and sharing and everything. And it's just been really kind of, I don't know, for a middle child. To have people appreciating what I'm doing, it's just been really fun and like really great. And I've met people like, because I answer if you guys send me a message, I answer everything. Meeting people from all over the world and all over, this is something else I wrote down. And chatting with people and just having kind of relationships with people. So most of my viewers are from USA, but like astronomically, like that's like the biggest one. So that's the highest. And then second is Canada. Third is Switzerland. And then like English speaking countries like UK and Australia. Well, UK is not really a country. Then Sweden and India, which also are very strong in English. But what is interesting is I have viewers from Kenya, Vietnam, and Malaysia. I thought that was interesting when I was looking at my stats and stuff today. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up, ladies. I think we're all ladies, so I don't have to say gentlemen. But if there are any gentlemen poking around in here, I don't see any. But thank you also. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for making this whole journey so interesting. What I'm going to do now with this video is I'm going to move it to YouTube. So I'm going to move it to YouTube, post it back on Facebook with my YouTube link, because it's just better for my channel. Selfish. Cheers to that. And go from there. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you ever need to reach me, you guys know you can always write me a message. I respond to everybody. And take care, stay safe, wear your mask, all that good stuff. I love you all. Thank you again for all your support. And we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Oh, wait, I see one other message. Thank you for sharing bits of your life with us. Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Hilda. Hilda's a diehard. She's always commenting on things. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good night. It's quarter to 12 here, and I have to go teach in the morning. So let me get out of here. Love you guys. Thank you.